everybody. How you guys doing? Let's see. I'm hearing some nonsense in my headphones. Let's see what is going on. But how are you guys doing today? It is Wednesday. I am back. Everything's looking good. All right. Well, we're good to get this show on the road. So, before we start the show, make sure if you're watching this on Facebook, please, not retweet it, but share it. If you want, start a watch party. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up if you have to leave early. If you hit the thumbs down, leave a comment, let me know. If you're watching this on Periscope, please retweet it. So, without any further delay, let's go ahead and jump into the show. Welcome back to the SeeThroughIt Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Sales. How you guys doing? It's Wednesday, episode 27. Episode 27. Building momentum. It's growing. I'm glad you guys are coming to the pre-show to enjoy some of the tunes, joining in the conversation early, getting that interaction before I do my spiel. I'm glad you guys are coming into this. Oh, someone's saying my mic. Let me take the mic. Hold on now. Let's make sure we're right. Can you guys? Is that good? Is that good? Can you hear me now? Uh-oh. What about it now? Nope. Everyone is saying nope. Nope. Same mic. What about now? What about now? Still can't hear me. Oh. Boom. Can you hear me now? I bet. I bet you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? What about now? Oh man. There we go. Thank you for letting me know. See, this is why the chat is so important because I would have been, yep. So I did an update on the computer. Actually, I did an update on the software and it changed my settings. I usually I did do my pre-check, but I didn't check the sound level on here. And they're messing with my sound. They changed my, goodness gracious. Anyway, we back. Episode 27. Dark cloud called pride. I'm glad you guys have came to the pre-show, where we join in the conversation early. I'm glad you guys are coming in there and interacting with me before the show starts. So please continue to show up. So, as you see there, the title is called A Dark Cloud Called Pride. Oh man, what is going on today? Goodness. All right, here we go. Let's pick up the ball. Here we go. Pride. Dark cloud. I was a very prideful person. Very prideful. And I call it a dark cloud because it almost killed or suffocated or, and stopped my personal growth. It killed everything around me. It suffocated, any relationship that I may have had, suffocated the relationship or put a strain on my kids, um, jobs, relationships, marriages. Pride. Pride is a very dark cloud, a very dark cloud. And how you can tell that a person, well, for me, that I knew I was prideful, was that I couldn't be told anything. I was never wrong. I would flip a situation. I would flip a situation and make it about that person. Whoever's telling me that I'm in the wrong or I need to correct something, or maybe I need to look at something a little bit different. I would say, well, what about you? Blah, 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 blah. I would never accept any of those words that were coming for me. My pride wouldn't allow me to, you know, heed any warning or any wise counseling, as my mom and dad would say. I wouldn't heed any wise counseling from them or listen to anything. Because one, I knew it all. Two, I was never wrong. Three, I was never in the wrong. Everything that I did was justified. It didn't matter what it was. Even if it was wrong, even if it was wrong, it was still justified because that person who caused me to do it or who may have influenced me to do it, they were wrong. I wasn't in the wrong. Pride is a dark cloud. For months and years, that cloud was growing and getting bigger. It started out just like, you know how the rainstorm is coming and you can see it off. You're like, oh, that storm is coming. Like it's starting out small. Early morning in the day, it's all bright, but then you can see that cloud brewing. As the day goes on, that cloud is getting bigger. That's how it started out small and it got bigger and it got bigger. I wasn't growing. I wasn't doing any more growing. The grass, everything around me was dying. Relationships dying. I couldn't tell though. I didn't know. I didn't know that dark cloud was destroying everything that I was touching, that I was around. It was destroying it all. In a dark cloud, we all know grass can't grow without sunlight. It gets that rain, but then that sunlight comes and it, boom, the grass is growing after it gets that sunlight. I didn't get any sunlight because I didn't do any self-reflection. I couldn't be told that I was wrong. The dark cloud. How many of you out there know someone or you may be covered by a dark cloud and you don't know it? Does this resonate? Have you seen anybody like this? If my mom and dad was here, they would definitely tell you I was in the dark cloud. It wasn't even just covering. I was in it. It was carrying me day by day, just carrying me, just destroying everything possible. Dark cloud. It is a killer of things. And for so long, I felt like pride was a good thing. My mindset was all backwards. I was kind of twisted. So I felt like pride was a good thing. I pride myself for being prideful because I wasn't going to allow someone to tell me something that I didn't agree with. I wasn't going to allow someone to correct me. Even if it was my mom and dad, I would listen and it would go in one ear and out the other. I would stand there and just be like, okay, well, I'm grown now. So I'm making my own decision. And that's how it was. And they would see it on my face. And they would see it on my face. And I don't even know how to respond to that. I was jacked up. And for so long, pride was the cause for a lot of grief, a lot of loss, a lot of bad, a lot of bad that I could have avoided because of pride. A lot of bad. So I'm telling you folks today, pride is not the way. I know today in this environment, we're dealing with a lot of prideful people. They don't want to be told the way they seeing things is wrong. They don't want to be told the way they doing things is wrong. They don't want any of that. It's a lot of pride in this world today. And all week, for the past 2 weeks, I struggled with what I was going to talk about today. And as I went through those, the past 2 weeks, pride was just like in the back of my mind constantly because I was dealing with it with so much. I was seeing it everywhere. I was like, man, I used to do that. And when I see it today, I'm like, that was me. I that was me. I can't believe that's how I acted. Someone's trying to help me and I'm getting mad at them because they're trying to show me a different way of doing things. Or they trying to show me a different way of saying things so that I'm not putting any more or I'm not adding any turmoil to my relationship. Pride. There would be so many times, instances, examples, my relationships, my marriages, you know, what my ex would tell me something and I would flip it on her. And I'm clearly in the wrong. I'm clearly in the wrong. But it didn't matter. That cloud, I couldn't see that. I would flip it and put it on her. I'm feeling good. My pride. Ain't no one gonna tell me nothing. That's a sad way to go. So if you're listening to this, if you're watching this or hearing this in the radio, in the car, or while you're at the gym or whatever, have that real conversation with yourself. Be honest. Are you prideful? Are you allowing that dark cloud to kill everything around you? That people don't want to be around you. People don't want to deal with you. People don't want to talk to you. People don't want to offer you any type of help. Is it suffocating your spouse, your significant other, your pride? Because I'm telling you, pride don't keep you warm at night. From experience, pride does not keep you warm at night. It's dark, dark cloud. It's lonely, cold, lost. Remember those flashlights I used to talk about? Ain't no batteries for those. You just in the dark, wondering how did I get here? What choices did I make to be sitting in this empty, dark, cold room by myself? And all you're gonna see is pride, lowercase pride, uppercase pride, puffy letters pride, just your pride, your ego. That's all you're gonna see. Flip the switch, turn the pride off. Turn the pride off. Like I said, in this today we're dealing with a lot of prideful people in today's society. A lot. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Jay Finney, he says, pride never helps, it only hurts. That is from Marcellus Wallace. You're absolutely right. Hello, Mallory. Um, you're absolutely right. Pride, it never helped. It didn't help me not one bit. I thought that it was making me strong. I thought that it was like, boasting or boosting my stature with, my employees or, co-workers or, I'm saying I'm the man of the house. This is what I'm doing. when actually it was just making me seem like an immature little child, not being able to have a discussion, not being able to take ownership. You guys heard me say this so many. These words are coming through every episode: ownership, self-reflection, accountability. Pride didn't help me at all. It it almost cost me everything. Everything almost cost me everything. Y'all seen, what's that movie? Someone in the chat tell me, what's that movie? Thanos. What did he say? What scene was that? His daughter was like, "What did it cost you?" It costs me everything. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a dark cloud. It's nothing glorious about being prideful. Nothing. There's nothing glorious about it. There's no life in a prideful lifestyle. Nothing. So, and I've learned that. I've learned that, and I'm not talking about other people's issues or whatever. I'm talking about from mine. I want you guys to. I can only talk about me. Everything that I've been talking about is about me. We have certain discussions about certain things, but I'm still talking about how I view things and how I was raised. Me, the things that I've been through. Me. So I'm not ever will I ever point the finger at y'all need to do this. Unless it's a community type thing where we need to change the mindset. But other than that, I don't want y'all going down that same path because it's a horrible path. It's a horrible path. It's a lonely path. Lonely and cold, dark path. So remember that. This was short and sweet. Dark cloud called pride. Pride of Lions, Jay Finning. Chief Robinson says, take pride in yourself and your accomplishments, but not be prideful. Boom, I like that. Let me put that up on the. Oh, they disabled that. Okay. All righty, Cam, I see you. But Chief Robinson with the clutch comment, take pride in yourself. That's very different from being prideful. Understand that. That's taking pride in how you look, taking pride in your, doing the right thing, in your accomplishment, you working hard, putting forth that effort, take pride in that. But being fool, prideful, can make you look like a fool. Don't be that fool. I was that fool. Don't be that fool. Don't be that fool. I ain't too bad. I ain't too proud to beg. Jay Finning. Guys, so yes, that's the topic. That's all I had because it wasn't too deep. It was just letting you guys know. Stay away from the dark clouds. Don't allow yourself to dig a hole for you that you're gonna be the only one in. Don't kill everything around you. Do not kill everything around you because you want to be prideful. So let's get into our real life defining moments. Real life defining moments is sponsored by Waking Up with Wonder, a podcast for those who feel there is something more in life and are ready to unlock the wonder inside of you. That is Jason Godoy. I don't know why I keep doing that. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Jason Godoy. His podcast, Waking Up with Wonder, is a good podcast. You check it out. It's on Apple, Spotify. Good content. Very positive young man. out there in California. Check out his podcast. He is the sponsor of tonight's real life defining moments. So I'm gonna tell you guys this awesome story that happened. Now I know I've received some real life defining moments, and I am so appreciative for these stories. But I have to put I have to put that on hold because I have one that happened this weekend, and it was just like boom. It was it was a real life defining moment. So let's go ahead and get into it. Real life defining moment. So this weekend we had to go get our car inspected. We had to get a state inspection. The state of Virginia requires every 12 months that you have your car inspected by the state. And if you got to pass, you got to pass everything. Everything got to be good to go before you can get a some kind of decal saying you're good to be driving on Virginia's streets or whatever. So Saturday comes, and I just needed some sway links put on. And I've worked out a situation where I get my sway links put on for the car, and I get that stamp, get that decal on the window. So we're certified, we're good to go. Don't have to worry about anything else. Mind you, I already know that the car has some minor things that need to be looked into or replaced in the near future. I did a pre-check before we moved from Indiana. We're here in Virginia. I already know that there's some issues that got to be replaced, but I'm not trying to fix them right now. I'm piece by piece, like I've been doing. But nevertheless, we gotta, we had to get this state inspection. State inspection. We go to this place. They told us we should be good to go. It should maybe take an hour. So I packed the family in the car. We go out there, drop the car off. We start walking, go to a farmer's market and some other shops around in the area. So I texted a young lady and I asked her, "Was the car done?" She said, "They about to pull the car in. They just got to put the parts on and we'd be good to go." I was like, yes, clutch. So then we start heading back. We're walking back. We get back and I see that the car has not been moved. And I'm like, babe, the car ain't been moved. She said, well, that's odd. So I go in and I'm like, yeah, what's happening? Well, they didn't bring the part, so now we're waiting on them to bring the part. I'm like, do you know how long? They said they left, they're on their way. Okay, I was like, all right. So I got there, I tell my wife, all right, babe, they got to bring the part. They forgot it. They forgot one or something like that, and they're on their way to bring the others. So we out there. We're sitting outside of the shop. It's about 11 o'clock, 11:30 or somewhere around there. An hour goes by, 12:30 now, and the car's just sitting there. And we're sitting out there. We're seeing other cars come and go, come and go, and we're like, I can tell she's getting agitated. She's getting irritated. And disclaimer, this is not me, bashing on my wife or anything like that. This is just a good story so others can learn and adapt. But you women out there, you guys have certain things y'all go through on a monthly schedule, right? And so it was about that time. Well, it was that time. And she wasn't in the perfect mood to be dealing with this nonsense. So I go inside and I'm like, all right, so it's 1 o'clock, or yeah, it's 1 o'clock. I'm talking to them like, can you call? She calls them. They tell her the same thing. I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting down in here. I'm sitting inside the shop and I'm talking to them. We're waiting. And then my wife got up and she came into the shop. And I can tell she was done. She was done. She came in. She sat inside for about 5, 15 minutes. She's ready to go off. She went back outside. I asked them again. They told me the same thing. She came back in, and then she went off on the girl at the counter. I'm sitting there and I'm watching this go down, and I'm like, oh snaps! This is happening. This is happening right now in front of me. While there's a lady with a baby, there's a guy standing over my shoulder. There's the technician, the state inspector technician that's going to be doing the inspection, and then the girl at the counter. And then there's my son watching all of this. I'm like, this is all happening in slow motion to me. I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, babe, calm down. She's like, no, I'm ready to go. This should have been taking this so long, and you guys should have updated. You should have, communicated better. It wasn't like a soft conversation. It was a loud, everyone looking around, like that type of conversation. And we've all seen in today, 2020, how confrontations at stores have gotten way out of hand because of people are not, in their right minds because they're so angry, or something may be bothering them, or the situation is not playing out the way they thought it should play out. So I'm watching this and I'm remaining calm. I didn't allow pride. I didn't allow pride to take over me and be like, woman, I said shut up and sit down. I didn't do that. I understood that my wife was going through something. She was already upset. She was ready to go home. I recognized that. So I didn't add to that fire, because I would have just, who would have they have benefited? No one. We just would have been on news, or someone, y'all would have seen us on Facebook in one of those videos, people arguing or fighting or whatever the case may be. Can't have that. Can't have that. So I'm like, babe, I understand. They can't do anything. It's not in their hands. They're waiting on the driver, and she's going off, and I'm remaining calm. The girl at the counter is doing an awesome job, because I was like, please don't say anything out of hand. And she was staying calm, so that went over smooth. And then after my wife went off, she went outside, and then courage. I took it upon myself. I apologized to the lady. Apologized for my wife going off. And I went outside, talked to my wife. She was, she was still kind of agitated, but that whole situation could have got out of hand. That was a real life defining moment. I could have allowed pride to take over and be like, you ain't gonna talk to me like that in front of these people. There was a dude, like I said, there was a dude looking dead at me. You know how you can feel someone staring at you? His eyeballs was right here. I know you people that's listening can't see me. So his eyeballs was on my cheekbone right here. That he was this close. The woman that was sitting across from me, she got off the phone and was watching the whole thing. So I felt her eyeballs. I told you guys I had a problem with pride. Real life defining moment, I showed growth. I understood my wife wasn't in her right emotional state of mind. I also understood that she didn't understand why this was taking so long. Me going in the way she's going in, that would have just caused a chaotic scene. So I stayed calm, kept my tone low, and allowed her to, and then I apologized. And, the state inspection guy was like, he was already mad. He failed us. He dinged us on like, he dinged us on like everything possible for a car. And now we looking at like a crazy bill of like $3,500 or something stupid like that. I don't know, but oh well. I'll get the car fixed. 'When I'm able to get the car fixed piece by piece or whatever. But, that moment could have turned into something totally different. And those are real life defining moments where you have to sit there and think, pause, a split second, pause, like, whoa, do I need to engage the way they're acting? Do I need to do the same thing? Or could I just, take a moment and understand the situation and adjust, react appropriately so it doesn't get out of hand? We're talking mindsets, we're talking growth. I would say if I'm using the characteristics from my Warriors collection, I think I show courage, commitment, loyalty, respect, and honor. I guess there's no issue with integrity, but I showed all those in that moment throughout that whole situation. I didn't disrespect my wife. I didn't get up and talk down on her, or I didn't tag team. I didn't team up with my wife and go in on those innocent people. They had nothing to do with it. We all just need to take a moment, a split second, so we can react appropriately. Real life defining moments. Every day, there's something that we can just take a second and just, I could have handled that better. So, like I said, disclaimer, she doesn't act like that. It was that woman thing. She wasn't in her that woman thing. So, what's going on in the chats? mm, Wes, we got you. Wes says, gotta get that truck. I was seeing you pictures, buddy. Chief Robinson says, good job, B. Stay out that hot seat. Absolutely. I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna do that. So that is the real life defining moment, brought to you by Waking Up with Wonder. Jason Godoy out there in California. Check out his podcast on Apple and Spotify. Thank you, Jason, for sponsoring this segment. Let's go ahead and jump into our context. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up, that like button. If you hit that thumbs down, tell me why. Leave a comment, say something. Facebook, facebook.com/STIPODCST. Follow and like the page. If you're on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at SeeThroughIt1. Instagram, if you're on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Brian Sales. Also, if you're on Instagram, you're looking for a brand that represents, your morals, your values. Follow the Warriors. No, let me say that again. Follow at Warriors. Dang it, goodness gracious. Follow at Warriors underscore collection underscore. This is what happened when you're doing it live. Email me at SeeThroughIt at gmail.com. Email me your real life defining moments, and I would like to share them with the people if you want to share them. You can tell me if you want your name said or not, and I will honor that. All right. I'm on audio. If you want to listen to it on audio, Anchor.fm, Spotify, Radio Public, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, and Breaker. So check me out on those platforms. Special thanks to Mr. White and Kasi for their contributions to the show. Also, special thanks to you guys for coming through and chilling with me in the chat room, watching the show, commenting, just having fun, just relaxing, and just having a real conversation about real things that affects us all, personally or, community-wide. Thank you for coming through and watching. That helps. You don't have to do the money thing. Just showing up, hitting that button, sharing it or whatever, just being here helps. So thank you for showing up. That is the show, folks. I'm so happy you guys showed up. Um, just a quick note, real quick. Not the YouTube, but the Warriors Collection brand.com page will be up. I'm hoping mid November. All the merch will be on there. We're gonna start out with maybe like 3 or 4 items and update it maybe every month or something like that. I have a lot of ideas. We got a lot of stuff planned. It's coming. Stay tuned. It's so much. Like I told you guys, I want to do a show on it, but I want to wait till everything's in order. The page is up and all of that. So once that page is up and the merch is on there, we're gonna have an episode about it, and we're gonna look at it, and we're just gonna talk about this whole movement, this Warriors Collection brand that we're building over here. So um, I say mid-November, the page should be up and running, and we will have probably open up with uh, some hoodies, some actually like maybe 2 shirts, 2 or 3 shirts, a shirt hoodie. I'm still debating on a hoodie, but we'll definitely have mugs on there, big glass mugs. Next year we're looking to do some tea. I'm giving too much information already. I'm so excited about it. So please keep supporting the podcast. If you're on IG, please go by and follow the Warriors Collection, Warriors underscore collection. Go by and follow that page. If you're looking to purchase merch, bear with me. I promise, as soon as I get this page up, everything will be on there. Our pre-orders did very well. So excited about that. If I could, wait, hold on. Our pre-orders did good. Those are all going out no, before November 2nd or on November 2nd. So, Mallory, actually, I'm going to sing yours a little bit sooner than that because you're all the way out there in Hawaii living the good life while we're all here in a living, living in just living. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get you your stuff out there sooner. But thank you for all the pre-orders. Thank you for believing and you know seeing yourself a part of this brand. Everyone that pre-ordered and everyone that's been purchasing and that has made plans to purchase. Thank you for all the messages. I received so many messages saying they like what the brand is representing. They like what I'm trying to do. And like I said, this is all I'm trying to be as transparent as I can be, honest, and just hopefully create something that people will be proud to, wear across their chest and be like, I know what that stands for. I can get behind that. I am proud to put this on because I know who it's coming from. I know what they stand for. I know what they're trying to push. Warriors Collection. So again, thank you. We're gonna make this thing grow, folks. We're gonna make this thing grow. So again, thank you. Remember, don't be blinded by the media. Hold on. Let me see what the chats. I hear the pops. I definitely will, Mallory. She says, let me know if there's any more merch. I definitely will. Tori, she has been so amazing. If you guys check out her podcast, our Given Purpose podcast, so uplifting. She's awesome. She is awesome. She is awesome. Um, yeah, so I want to hold you guys up. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. Please share, retweet, like, hit the thumbs up. If you hit the thumbs down, tell me why. And that's it. We'll be back with another one next Wednesday. Remember, don't be blinded by the media. Hashtag see through it. This is the See Through It podcast. I'm your host, Brian Sells, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.